Our next speaker is Harvey Hernandez, co-founder and CEO of Newgard Development Group, presenting new hospitality approach, flexible owning, and short-term rentals. Welcome, Harvey.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Thank you for the invite. It's always great to talk about new trends. It's always great to sort of educate people as to what is it that we have been seeing and doing and creating in the marketplace. As you may be seeing, in the last few years, the trends are changing, right? And home ownership is changing in this country. And if you think about, to put things in perspective, home ownership is about 35 years low in this country, meaning the levels of ownership today are sort of the same that they were in the 1970s, which is really remarkable. And we can both sort of blame for that phenomenon different things, right? Maybe the economy is not as strong and people cannot afford to own a home. That could be a reason. The other reason could be that just the trends of ownership and desire for owning homes are changing. And we feel that that is taking a huge part on what we're seeing today. And it was basically our job, our desire as developers to basically identify what is it that our buyers wanted to own as far as real estate, and sort of create that product. So what we're seeing today as kind of a desire from prospective buyers is something that we call open living or flexible living. I think the days of owning real estate and having to work really hard to maintain the real estate and in hopes that the real estate appreciates and just basically having and owning a liability are over. Real estate today has to be an asset, and an asset that produces for the buyers from day one. And otherwise, we feel that we as developers will not be able to provide a product that people will be enticed to own, buy, and possess. And based on that, we started looking at ways that we can create that opportunity for our buyers. And we came up with a product that is very innovative and very progressive. And that product is called Nativo, powered by Airbnb. As some of you have seen, Nativo is exactly what we believe buyers want. It's a product that is 100% flexible, 100% open, 100% about making money for the owner if the owner desires to make money with it. All with great technology that we have created so that that process is seamless and is done in a way that any buyer from anywhere in the world can manage their own property or keep up with the management that we provide on site. So the beauty with Nativo, especially Nativo Miami, is the fact that we have a great partner, and that partner is Airbnb. I'd like to ask all of you, how many of you have been Airbnb guest or host. Okay, so a good 40-50%. That's remarkable. If you probably asked that question 3 years ago, it would have been probably half. It means that Airbnb continues to grow 30, 40, 50% year over year. And it's a powerhouse. And the reason why it's a powerhouse is because for the first time, people are able to monetize an asset that they own and make money with that asset as they wish. And Airbnb have created the platform to make sure that that happens. So, in essence, with Nativo, we have created the first ever purposely designed, built, and licensed Airbnb-able product. Doesn't exist. We have launched 2 projects initially, one in Austin, Texas, which is done really, really well. And the Miami edition, which you should be seeing in your screens today. The best location. So the same thing applies in the old trend and the new trend of real estate. Location, location, location. It's number one. And we were fortunate enough to find basically the best location for the best real estate. In the center of the action, close to the beach, close to shopping, walking distance to every single amenity, including the American Airlines Arena, Miami World Center, the museums, Performing Arts Center, and public transportation, the beaches, port, everything else. So when you are looking for products for your clients, location is paramount, and that's what we have with Nativo. So to tell you about the advantage, right? Airbnb has 150 million active users with about 7 million active listings all over the world. And Miami is number 4 in the world for Airbnb. So, as you can imagine, very, very, very important for us to bring such a great project in a market that it has got so much demand. What we do with Nativo cannot be done without technology and without management, and that's what we have created. Great technology that would allow your buyers and your clients to basically manage their unit and their occupancy of that unit with their phones or their computers, using our management as an optional way of taking care of the real estate and their investment. I don't need to tell you about Miami. You guys are here, you guys see it every day, and probably know it as well as I do. Views, incredible views. After all, this is Miami, and it's all about views and about location. And we wanted to deliver a product that it was very much a representation of what Miami is, not only for our buyers, but also for our guests. We couldn't have done this without the best people in the industry, the best team members. Arquitectonica doing our architecture and design, which, as you can see, we have created a product that is very unique. It's about 55 stories, where you have 412 Nativo residences and 192 Nativo dedicated hotel units. In addition to that, about 70,000 square feet of amenities, which for a building in this location is quite large. Things like health and fitness that you've never seen before, co-working space, event space, social areas, great pools, great food and beverage and restaurants, not only to serve our owners and residents, but also our guests and their guests. We want also to create a product that it was quite unique and somewhat eclectic. Design is in the DNA of what we do every day, as well as in DNA for the brand Nativo. And we wanted to create a product that almost looked like two different projects within one. That's why you see our office component and parking being treated a little bit different than the top, with this brick sort of treatment, almost to resemble an old warehouse that it was sitting in the space, and then we inserted this very sleek glass tower that it looks very modern and contemporary. Urban Robot is doing our interiors. These guys have done a lot of the interiors of restaurants and hotels and other buildings that you probably will know. The idea also with the interior design was to create a product that it was very much a celebration of the city, so that owners and guests could land in this building and feel right at Miami. At a Miami that is organic, a Miami that is very green, a Miami that is very comfortable, but at the same time very elevated. And I think that's what we have created with these interiors. Something else to mention, all our units come 100% finished and furnished. That's something that no other developer has done. Not only from floors and beautiful kitchens and bathrooms, but also every piece of furniture that you need. Every piece of what we call OS&E. What is OS&E? Plates, glassware, silverware, coffee machines, everything that will make the owners and your clients happy without having them to worry about dealing with that purchase or that design. And what is interesting is we done a tremendous amount of sales. I think we up to close to 230 units out of the 412, and no one has opted not to take the furniture. So I think that is tells you kind of where the market is going. Beautiful spaces, great terraces, very much kind of what we know and expect out of a great property in Miami. Valet parking 24/7, as you can imagine, great lobby, great restaurant space that will be in the ground floor, not only open to our property and our owners and guests, but also to the public in general, with a great operator, which we're going to be announcing in the next few weeks. Great amenities, floor plans that are very I want to say, not only very well designed, but provides an opportunity for every type of guest. A guest that wants a very small unit, or a guest that wants something a little bit larger because their needs are a little bit different. So I think what we have also discovered with Nativo, powered by Airbnb, is that people want optionality. And they don't want to be attached to a piece of investment or a piece of real estate that doesn't provide this option of being able to do whatever they want with that real estate. Sell it if they choose to sell it in a few years, or make money in the process, or use it, whatever they want. So in addition to that, In addition to Nativo, we have created other brands in partnership with Airbnb. Another brand is called Nido, powered by Airbnb, and Nido is a rental brand. Now we have 2 properties operating under Nido and a few others in the way. And the business model is a little bit different. We own all the community, and then we allowed our tenants to rent a unit, and they can home share. They can use Airbnb to mitigate the cost of living or the cost of renting. And guess what? All our renters, the vast majority are using the system, are using Airbnb in an active basis, and they're making, some of them are living in apartments that they rent from us, paying $0. So what a change. It's almost like Uber meets residential. And we feel that that is something that all of us, including all of you here, should be in the lookout for, because your clients are probably thinking about this product, and if you guys don't offer this product to them, somebody else will. So, any questions? OS&E. OS&E. Objects, supplies, and equipment. Yeah, it's basically everything. Yeah. Soft items, excluding things like, includes, for example, the mattress, but it doesn't include the bedding, what we call terry. Yeah, because that's a lot more personal. OS&E. Yeah. Yes.
If there is an emergency, like the microwave is not working or something like that, who takes care of it?
Yeah, so the beauty with that is we, having a Nativo management in place, will take care of every single item. So imagine, right? You have the owner is sitting in France and has a guest staying at the property for a week. Here you go. The AC doesn't work, we'll fix it, because we have a presence in a building. Yeah, so little things like that are going to be so important when you're selling this type of real estate, is asking those type of questions. What's included, what's not included, and what happens if something breaks, right? More questions? Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you for having me.